this video, I'm going to be discussing my personal experience, my opinions of, and my review on the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4s. So full disclaimer, as if we actually need to keep doing this. Saucony did not ask me to make this review. They still don't know I exist, and I bought these shoes with my own money, albeit with a nice discount. You know I don't like to pay full price on my shoes. In this video, I'm going to talk about the pros, the cons, and whether or not I recommend upgrading to the Pro 4s. So let's get into it. So there have been some changes made to the Pro 4, as you would expect. First up being the upper. So this upper is now more breathable. It's not the kind of mermaid fishnet that was happening in the Pro 3s that would actually dye my socks. Yeah, that was one weird thing about these, is that they would dye my socks pink anytime I sweat or ran in wet conditions. And yeah, running a marathon, you're going to sweat and your socks are going to be pink if you're wearing these. That's one change. And you can see in this upper just that it's pretty much see-through now. Not that this wasn't, but it's a different material. It just feels different, and this hugs my foot a lot better than the Pro 3 did. Another obvious change is the tongue. So this one is kind of stretchy. It reminds me of the Asics Gel Nimbus 25 that I really like, and this tongue actually folds over, so you'll probably want to do that because otherwise this is pretty high up and would actually like rub on my shin. I like to fold this over, even though I like that little Saucony thing. You fold it over and then you've got the little Saucony logo, and it makes me feel a little bit better about my shoe not coming untied. Not that I ever had an issue with the Pro 3s coming untied, but it's just kind of an added bonus. I don't know why they did it, but it looks kind of cool, and I like the new tongue. I like how stretchy it is, and it just feels high quality. Another change is the new sock liner. They call it the super responsive sock liner, and it's really super comfortable. See what I did there? All right, so another thing they did is they added a layer of the Power Run HG foam that's found in the Saucony Endorphin Elite, and that's just kind of a bonus to the Power Run PB foam that was already in the Pro 3s. And the outsole has also been redesigned, so it's got a better grip, although I never had any issues running in wet weather or on wet pavement in the Pro 3s, but this just has an obvious better grip. More rubber on the outsole. You might feel a little more comfortable running in wet conditions with this new outsole. And then one thing that's not changed, although you can find good discounts on the Pro 3s right now, would be the price. It still comes in at a whopping $225. I don't like to pay full price, so I got a sweet discount from running a St. Patrick's Day run with Fleet Feet, and then I also had some rewards saved up, so I ended up paying about as much as the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4s are right now. So great discount and totally worth it. So let's get into my experience with the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4s. So like I said, I ran a 19-mile training run and a 21-mile training run and then a 26.2-mile marathon. So just 3 different experiences running in these, and tried to work in a little speed on my second training run, and they felt good, they felt poppy, and they felt really responsive, a lot of energy return. During the marathon, it was raining some, it was very hot, very humid, and my feet felt great in these. I didn't slip, I didn't, experience any issues with my feet feeling really wet. It felt like they just dried out quickly, and when the sun came out and we were all baking, these felt fine. Didn't feel like my feet were overheating or anything. Props to Saucony on that, and this new upper that is just a little more breathable than the Pro 3s, in my opinion. Another pro for me would be just the design of this upper. It looks really sweet. It's very similar to the Speed 4s in this colorway, and like running in the Speed 4s, I get a lot of compliments. I know that's kind of a superficial pro, but you like to run in shoes that look good, especially when you're paying this much for a pair of shoes, and these definitely look good. You'll definitely get a lot of conversations started wearing these, and I guess my final pro would be just that they felt really great. And after running my marathon, within I'd say 4 days, my legs felt pretty much completely back to normal, and I think a lot of that has to do with these, because that was a tough marathon. If you want to see more on that, watch my Illinois marathon recap. It was a struggle, and these really helped literally helped me to get through that marathon. All right, so let's get into the cons, and I don't really have too many, but first up would be I experienced some rubbing in the ball of my foot during the marathon, and it was just my left foot, and I hadn't experienced that during either of my long runs, so it was kind of alarming to the point where I actually sat down and took off my shoe to see if a blister was forming. If you've watched my Nova Blast 4 review, you will know that I experienced that in my left foot. So any of you out there that have any experience with this, please tell me, is it the shoe or is it my form? Is it my socks? I run in features pretty much all the time, but it's just my left shoe, so I don't know. I can't really say it was the fault of the shoe, but it could have been, so I don't know. That's like a maybe con. All right, another con would be, and again, kind of superficial, but that they look so nice and they're bound to get dirty and they're bound to not look so nice. So this was from running in that rainy part of the marathon, and it got kind of muddy in some places, and again, superficial, but when you pay this much for shoes, you want them to stay looking good, and these still look relatively new. I have seen some other reviews where they don't look quite so new. Last con, obviously the price. Like I've said in so many of my videos when I'm reviewing shoes, is shop locally, go in, see if you can get a discount for being a member of a running club. A lot of times you can earn rewards when you buy shoes, so it makes it a little less painful the next time you gotta buy a pair. All right, so final verdict on the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4s. Do I recommend upgrading from the Pro 3s? And I gotta say, yes, but it's also really up to you. I still love the Pro 3s, and I'm really on the fence about whether or not I should go ahead and get a pair now that I see them as low as $120 on Saucony's website. I think right now they're back up to $150, but they will drop again. I just love these shoes. I always got a PR in these, but I got a PR in these as well, and I will be wearing these in the Peachtree Road Race on the 4th of July. So that's a 10K road race in Atlanta, Georgia. It's the biggest 10K in the world, I believe. So anywhere between 60 and 70,000 people. So it's just going to be a huge party, but I'm planning to PR. Been training for that and getting faster, and I really look forward to wearing these and running that race. I do highly recommend the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4s. They are just slightly more breathable, slightly more comfortable. They seem to make my legs feel a little bit better, faster after that marathon. And yeah, I really love these shoes, and I look forward to putting a lot more miles in them, and I'll give you guys an update as that continues. As always, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and we will get better yet.